Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to a new first for us. This is The Good, the Bad, the Rugby, Premiership Rugby. We might put a little bit of extra work in on that title, but it's certainly a work in progress for now. I'm sure you'll agree. And we are bringing this to you in conjunction with our new friends at BetUK.com. My name is Alex Payne, and we're joined this week by Hask, who's gone early on the Christmas garb. How many days have you been in your Christmas suit for?
I'm very rarely out of this suit. I know we're talking about gambling. It's a gamble as to whether I'm wearing just pants and a t-shirt, or some Christmas attire, or just fully naked. But I found that I should dress up. Okay. As we've got a new partner, and also we've got a Christmas show to do later. So I'm merging. We're
going to be doing all the way through to the end of the Premiership season. And for all you jesters out there, once again, this is not the main show, but feel free to spend 2 to 3 minutes popping questions and comments into the YouTube section asking whether this is in fact the main show. We love it. We really do. The main show will be with you as usual on Wednesday mornings, but this is going to be just a gentle roundup, a little look through the runners and riders, and a bit of a chat around some of the odds of Premiership games moving forwards. We love it. You love it. Why not just spend a bit more time on it? We're going to focus on the Boxing Day games over the course of this show. And Hask, as we know, is one of the great scientists around modern rugby union, and we'll be offering a prediction or two as we go through it. Boxing Day games in general, just before we get into it, hardest games of the season, based on the fact you consume too much turkey and whiskey?
No. I mean, you can't. I sound like Vicky Pollard there. But it is definitely the hardest. I mean, I had to play on Christmas Day a few times, which was by far and away the most horrific. When I lived in Japan. Woke up in a tiny little Japanese hotel room in the middle of nowhere, had miso soup, cold fish and cold eggs for breakfast, then went out and played in the middle of nowhere. And they don't celebrate Christmas, so it was very awkward. And then everyone on the way back was trying to be really serious as all the foreign players were having their knees up at the back of the bus. And then on the Shinkansen and the bullet train, all these people kept walking past going, shh. And we were like, Happy Christmas! And like, shh. So we're making friends and influencing people. But Boxing Days, for years, I never had a Christmas. Like, basically, you just have to wake up. Not that I was locked in the cupboard like Harry Potter and, denied Christmas. I just meant that you had to be really...
Your parents would have tried.
Yeah, well, they did try. They sent me off to boarding school from the age of 10 to 18, and I only met them on my 18th birthday. So, but they're the hardest games because you don't get to really enjoy drink. You can't overeat. You have to go to bed early. Sometimes you have a training session, and they're pretty horrific. And then obviously all you want to be doing is at home eating presents. But I will say this: it depends. What if you get chocolate? Do you mean I got a lot of chocolate? So you couldn't necessarily eat them. You didn't see that coming. But you could be like the mistake that Rio Ferdinand made all those years ago when he tweeted on Christmas Day when they had a game. Like, think. When you're eating your Christmas dinner and opening all your presents, think about us poor footballers playing on Christmas Day. And everyone went, Ferdinand, you mug, you're only 100 grand a week, shut your face, and went down really badly. So I would never complain, but yes, it was difficult. But in comparison to people losing lives and hardship, it's a walk in the park. But your context is everything, which is lost in the modern world.
That's very true. Thank you for bringing us context to our betting show. We're playing with grown-up partners, as you might know, and therefore there's some grown-up T's and C's just to quickly whip you through. Okay. So listen up at the back. BetUK.com and the official Premiership Rugby Predictor app offering you over 14 grand's worth of cash.
Did you say 14 grand?
14 grand's worth of cash prizes throughout the 2020-21 season. As you make your picks, you're going to be awarded points for each correct result that you choose. The player with the most accrued points at the end of the season wins a fantastic 5 grand cash prize. It's completely free to enter, so you never need to miss out. Good. Don't forget, the official Premiership Rugby Predictor app will be available exclusive on BetUK.com's own app for players aged 18 and over on both, as well as iOS and Android 2. It couldn't be simpler to make your picks for the upcoming games. All you need to do is, number 1, download the BetUK.com app. Number 2, register and log into your BetUK.com app account. Select the Premiership Rugby Predictor from the menu. Not now, mother. Make your prediction of a home win, a draw, or an away win for all 6 of the weekend's Premiership Rugby fixtures. Submit those predictions ahead of the weekend and hope you pick the winners. Easy as pie. Don't forget, T's and C's apply, 18s and over only. BeGambleAware.org. let's get into it. God, it's nice to be able to do some T's and C's for one. It makes us feel like a proper grown-up show. Game number 1, Quins having a shocker off the back of their game against Racing in the Heineken Champions Cup, taking on third place Bristol. James, your view of this fixture, please.
Well, after the devastation that Quins faced against Racing, I say that they're going to lose to Bristol. I think by 10 points. I think Bristol are just going to be too good. Even though Harlequins do have the ability and a little bit of a surprise up their sleeve, I don't see them beating Bristol at the moment.
Do you think Bristol will be the one club in the Premiership that has the most fun at Christmas now Saracens are no longer part of it? Do you think Patland will order extra turkey, or do you think they'll pull their crackers on the team bus down from the stoop?
I think Bristol will definitely have fun because they always look like they're having fun.
Agreed. Turkey and trimmings for Bristol away at the stoop in our first game. Game number 2, poor old Leicester. It's the worst trip, only geographically and in terms of mileage, up to Newcastle. Our very own Ellis Genge will be back of the bus for that one for the Tigers. 8th place Leicester up against the Falcons. Stunned by the way that they've re-entered the Premiership, or never in doubt?
Look, I think there's always a bit of doubt, but when you've got Dean Richards in the mix, you can never underestimate how well they're doing. It's great to see Luther Burrell back firing on all cylinders.
Luther.
After
looking good as well. Put a little bit
got
on the old rigatoni.
He has. He actually went vegan. He lost a lot of personality and also weight, which is great. I think he's on fire at the moment. Nobody wants to visit Newcastle on any day of the week to go and play. We always sat down in our when Wasps used to play everywhere, but when I was in those heady days, we decided if you get rid of Exeter and get rid of Newcastle, you were in an hour of wherever, and it would have been the perfect, easy thing. But then you have to slap up to Newcastle. It's always rainy and always windy. The one time we played there in the winter, they had to call the game off because parts of the roof were blowing off. So, I know Leicester, in the words of Joe Worsley, he once wrote in a Metro column and had to apologise publicly when he said that as the bus meandered through the slums of Leicester, the home of John Merrick, etc., etc. I know Leicester ain't great, but Newcastle is the worst. And having to go down there and get a win against a team on fire, I don't see it happening. But they do have Ellis Genge, George Ford, who doesn't speak to him all, but is a very good player. You never know.
Betting without prejudice here on Good Bad Rugby. Gerald Ellis, I'm going to go against him as well. I think Falcons, Kingston Park, the 16th man. Just a horror trip for anybody's Christmas. Falcons to pick up the win.
What's even worse is they may have to stay down the night before, or where they get up early in the morning. Oh, imagine that Christmas, having to travel on Christmas evening. Not for me.
Christmas in a travel tavern on the Toon.
Oh, God.
What more could you want? Bath against London Irish. Bath in 6th, Irish in 7th. Worst away changing rooms in the league at the Recreation Ground?
Honest to God, like I'm telling you, they're appalling. They should come with the Trade Description Act. I've reported them for fraud a number of times. They talk about the wreck, how lovely it is. The change rooms are a wreck. They are a complete mess. It's a tiny portaloo that they purposely water the floor of. So as you get in there, not only are you training in a shoebox, you're training in a pissing wet through shoebox, so much so that people are having to change in the showers. Obviously, some of the front row go to the bathroom. Things can, through the process of osmosis and diffusion, there's a lot of effervescent smells going on. It's not a great place to be, but I just don't see anyone beating Bath, even though London Irish, Sean O'Brien, used to be a friend of the show. He's obviously moved to pastures new, but I see Bath winning at home.
Good on you. Game 4, defending champions Exeter against the Gloucester side, who are getting rid of Cipriani. They're having rough times sort of left, right and centre, but a good win for them in Europe at the weekend. Not a hope in hell at Sandy Park, though, surely.
Yeah, Sippy out, Hastings in. Apparently, Sippy's gone to Turkey to get his teeth done. Unbelievable. Maybe I'll buy one, get one free with these bad boys.
Is that true?
Chloe told me. It must be on social media. She must have seen it somewhere. I think he's going for the full veneers. Maybe he could be going to Hollywood as an actor. Who knows? If anyone can do it, Danny Cipriani can do it. I don't see anyone beating Exeter. They are on fuego. They've picked up where they left off. They're going to absolutely batter Gloucester, which is a sad case of affairs. As George Skewington is a good mate. On what they're building down there will become brilliant, but Exeter are just too good.
Not this weekend.
Not this weekend, yeah.
Okay, and then game 5, bottom of the table clash. Hask, the Saints. They're not marching very, very far at the moment against Worcester. What
Yeah.
is going on with your old club?
Well, I actually had Alex Waller over because this weekend I did a 14-hour DJ set for Restart. And as I'm a taller gentleman, I had to get Alex Waller to build a wooden platform for people to stand on. And he's got a woodwork company, Waller Woodwork, and he does an unbelievable job. So all the DJs weren't midgets behind him, trying to operate the decks from a distance. I had a chat with him and asked him, he said, boys are training hard, everyone's trying their best, but I just can't, unfortunately, get a win for love nor money at the moment. But I think, look, Chris Boyd's a great man. I think he will come good, but this is a must-win game. If they lose this game, the Northampton faithful are going to go mad already on Twitter. I mean, listen, before I signed, they hated me. When I signed, they hated me. What they hate even more is not winning, and they are hating it at the moment. If I'm ever feeling bad about my life, I just go onto the Northampton Saints profile, and everyone's demanding that everyone just should be put up against the wall and shot. So they've got to beat Worcester. I'm going to back Saints because Courtney Laws is back, Dan Bigger's back, the boys are back fit. They've got to go and win. They have to win, otherwise Christmas is cancelled in Northampton.
Okay, I like that. That's quite well put together. Worcester, though, hard to see them doing it at the Gardens. Last but not least, your other old club, Wasps. Arguably the game of the weekend, actually, in round 4. It's on the 27th, for those of you who like to mark your card for these things, and it's Sale Wasps. It's another long old trip. Well, relatively, Coventry to Sale, but... quickly, Steve Diamond, I never saw that coming. Any intel?
I did. I heard
there were rumblings.
There were rumblings, and not just from that sewage farm that's next to Sale that makes the whole place stink. If you've ever been to play away at Sale, you go there and you think, what the hell's going on? If the wind direction catches the treatment plant, it is unbelievably bad up there.
Right.
And I swear Steve Diamond used to amplify it because every time Wasps went up there, we used to get battered. I never won at Sale.
Right.
Never.
I think it's going to change this weekend for Wasps.
I think so. I think they're on fuego. I think to see them beat Montpellier, Alfie Barbary. I mean, I heard about him coming through. He had a terrible lid, so I stayed way clear of him. And also he was academy, so I didn't bother learning his name. But everybody had hyped him up as the absolute man, and he's turning into that. I mean, he's only about 5 years old, but he's carving up 2 tries. Brilliant. I think Wasps are in a fantastic place. They're happy, they're positive, they couldn't be more excited. Sale, I mean, they've got more South Africans than South Africa. They've got rid of Steve Diamond. You know, apparently things were getting a little bit toxic, but that's what I heard. But what do I know? I'm nothing to do with Sale. Never met Steve Diamond. He's done some good things. You know, he's a bit like me, love or hated. I see Wasps winning.
Good on you. Okay. That gives you, ladies and gents, Bristol with an away win, Newcastle winning at home, Bath winning at home, Exeter winning at home, Saints winning at home, and Wasps winning away. I'm going to just throw a little Hail Mary in there. I think a Sale Wasps draw has got a nice ring to it, if you want to have a look at a price on that. Hask, pick us an ACCA. What do you fancy? If you've got to put a bob on a couple of wins, couple of results?
I mean, listen, I'm never good at the actual score predictions, but I think, as I said, Bristol for me, definitely got to put a bet on that. I think definitely got to put Exeter. I mean, obviously they're going to be favourites. I'd say Newcastle, Leicester will be quite tasty. You know, it's a difficult place to go and play. Difficult place to go and play. I would put money on Newcastle. Those are my 3 bets. And of course, you know, I mean, actually, if Bristol, if you want to go with a score, I'd say Bristol by 10. And I apologise for Augusta because we're mates, but this is just business. And by the way, I've been eating what look like dog turds, but they're actually not. They're jolly hog sausages with black pudding in. And Chloe just put a bowl in front of me, so I don't want you to think I've gone completely mad.
Good. We can't let hunger strike. We know what happens when it does. Hopefully there's something in there for everybody. If you're having a little look for a flutter to make your Christmas hopefully more enjoyable. Yeah, I like Bristol away. I like Bath at home, and I think a pound on a Sale Wasps draw might well give you a little extra kick to your Christmas. Who knows? Well done, Hask. I'm not sure that's what BetUK are looking for, but it's certainly what they've got in week 1. I'm sure we'll get some reader feedback. And we might be doing something very different next week. But
do you reckon someone from BetUK was like, we've heard of this podcast, how good the band the rugby, they're really interested. No one's ever watched it. They've just heard about the viewing figures and the numbers and how well we do. And then they're going to suddenly watch this shit and go, oh, can we have it without the bloke in the red suit? We'll take the posh one, but the nutter in the red suit, we'll get rid of him, please.
hopefully we've got a fairly extensive cancellation period on the contract. It's very nice to have BetUK.com with us, though. It's been quite fun, actually. We've had a little sort of fly around. We don't often do short and sweet, do we, Hask? We're not normally in it for the long game.
We try because Tyndall's Wi-Fi jammed, so we're always having to bloody wait.
That is very true. Thankfully, we haven't had that problem on this show. If you want to get involved, we're going to be doing the same thing. You can make your selections via the official Premiership Rugby Predictor app. Even James, now that he's had there's a 14 grand prize in it, we're not entirely sure he's got opposable thumbs either, but he'll be hammering his forehead into the phone to hope that he gets his predictions done. Just a quick reminder that is it for our first BetUK.com Premiership Rugby show. Hopefully our tips will be of some use to you. Have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you get to enjoy and digest in front of the rugby. Don't forget the main show, which will be out a little bit later on this week. We'll speak to you again in the new year. Have a goodie. Love and hugs from both of us. Bye for now.